Asian Journal Volume 30, Number 12, A4, February 15 to 18, 2020. True Buddha Dharma factually manifests realization power, false Buddha Dharma is only empty theoretical talk. Dorje Chang Buddha III, was compelled and could not decline. Elderly Holy Guru Kai Chu Jiaoxuang, who is almost 90 years old, lifted a 200-pound Vajra pestle from the ground and held it for 7 seconds before placing it onto the platform. 3 of the fingers of Kai Chu Jiaoxuang were deformed from an old injury of broken bones. He lifted this 200-pound Vajra pestle with this crippled hand. February 12, 2020, Los Angeles. In the Great Hall of Shakyamuni Buddha at the Holy Miracles Temple, a Dharma assembly about the true realization power of Buddha Dharma was held, the exam of lifting the pestle onto the platform. The purpose of this exam is to verify how the true realization power of Buddhist cultivators learning, from Buddha to cultivate themselves changed the degree of the physical conditions of their bodies. Unexpectedly, this exam inadvertently required the involvement of Dorje Chang Buddha III, who was compelled and could not decline the request to resolve a difficult situation. What is meant by lifting the pestle onto the platform? Vajra pestles are commonly found in shops selling cultural relics and antiques. These pestles range from 10 to 400 jins, equivalent to approximately 11 to 440 pounds. This kind of huge pestle is from Tibet. They are called platform pestles. They come in different styles such as the Furba pestle, 5-pronged pestle, 9-pronged pestle, Kalachakra Vajra pestle, Yamataka Vajra pestle, Guhyasamaha Vajra pestle, and more. Some platform pestles were made during the era of sutra, illusion, and mind at the early propagation period. Some platform pestles of correct standard were made based on the system revamped by Guru Padmasambhava during the later propagation period. People commonly regard these as art objects. Rarely do people know that the pestles were in fact used for directly testing practitioners' realization power, from practicing true or false Buddha Dharma in ancient time. Those who were tested were required to lift the Vajra pestle off the ground, hold it for a required duration of time and then place the pestle onto the platform. This kind of test is called lifting the pestle onto the platform. Proven by real practice, using one hand to lift a platform pestle is extremely difficult. Someone who can lift 1,000 jins, approximately 1,100 pounds, with 2 hands cannot even lift 300 jins, approximately 330 pounds, off the ground with one hand. According to the Dharma rules, each person has a weight standard that they have to reach based on their respective age and body weight. One who reaches their standard is called a healthy physique man. Exceeding the level of healthy physique man is surpassing the standard. Going below the level of healthy physique man is subpar. There are a total of 30 levels above, and 5 levels below. Lifting the pestle onto the platform is the most scientific testing mechanism for verifying whether a person is of ordinary physical condition or possesses the composition of a holy person. The physical composition and condition of a holy person is completely different from that of an ordinary person. Both have the appearance of a person. However, their inner properties are completely different. Just like a pigeon and an eagle. They have the same appearance of a bird, but their inner properties and their strength are vastly different. Such differences naturally exist. A professional strongman trains himself every day, and only after 10 or up to 20 years is he able to become a strongman of exceptionally strong physique. However, his physique is strengthened due to cumulative practices. The essential quality of his physique has not changed. He is unable to transform the physique or functions of an ordinary person and cannot become liberated from the ordinary to become holy. A holy one who has learned and practiced true Buddha Dharma can surpass the physical condition and strength of a strong man of great strength by many times. One who surpasses their weight standard by 12 to 19 levels is an elementary level holy guru, By 20 to 25 levels is a mid-level holy guru, and surpassing 26 to 29 levels is a great holy guru. When one surpasses the maximum level of 30, one is a tremendously great holy guru and a Vajra king of great strength. Normally, it is very difficult for an ordinary man of good strength to surpass 2 to 3 levels. A national level strong man can surpass up to 9 levels. A world-class strong man can surpass 10 levels, but not beyond that. The holy strength generated by the body of a holy person is absolutely not something anyone with the physique of an ordinary person can hope to attain. This is especially true for lifting the supreme holy Vajra Pestle onto the golden step, or off the holy seat. Lifting the weight of such a level will cause the bones, tendons, and muscles of an ordinary person to break down, and their joints to break apart. One must have the physique and strength of a tremendously great holy guru, in order to lift the supreme holy Vajra Pestle. We have personally seen the strongest man in Asia Longwu perform lifting the pestle onto the platform. Although he broke his fingers and bled while doing so, he did eventually surpass 10 levels and was awarded the Golden Belt of Grand Master of Strength, world's strongest man for lifting the pestle onto the platform. That was terrific. On February 9, there was a huge Vajra pestle of 420 pounds inside the hall of Shakyamuni Buddha, at the Holy Miracles Temple. That was the supreme holy Vajra pestle that was placed on the golden step, during a Dharma Assembly held 2 days earlier by holy gurus. Other than tremendously great holy gurus, no one in this world has ever been able to lift it one bit. Since the supreme holy Vajra pestle was already placed onto the golden step, the exam of lifting the pestle onto the platform could not be conducted. This was because according to the Dharma rules, when this pestle is on the golden step, the Vajra hook cannot be used to lift any pestle. Otherwise, it is against the rules. Everyone was very worried, and all those who have good physical strength came forward, but no one was able to lift that pestle off the holy seat with one hand. They used their utmost effort to lift this pestle off the golden step, but the pestle did not move one bit. The Dharma Assembly could not proceed. It happened that Dorje Chang Buddha III had accepted a respectful request to make his presence at this Dharma Assembly to observe the proceedings. Everyone then beseeched Dorje Chang Buddha III to resolve this difficult situation. Dorje Chang Buddha III said, "From the beginning, I have disagreed with your conducting this exam. After all this time, all those who were tested were but ordinary people. How many of them are elementary level holy gurus? They are not holy gurus, they could not surpass more than 10 levels. Let whoever put this pestle onto the golden step take it down." The Dharma masters replied that it was placed up there by a holy monk. Dorje Chang Buddha III said, "This is absolutely a mischief. Isn't this a deliberate intention to make things difficult? He clearly knew that you have to take the exam today, yet he deliberately set up such a difficult barrier here. Let him take it down." The Dharma masters said that this holy monk had already left yesterday to propagate Dharma in another state. Reluctantly, Dorje Chang Buddha III ascended to the Dharma platform and said, "I did not come to take part in your activities here to lift the pestle, I am just helping you. I will give it a try. I don't know yet whether I am able to help you bring the pestle down." After saying that, Dorje Chang Buddha III went in front of the supreme holy Vajra pestle, and lifted the Vajra pestle off the holy seat with one hand. The golden step was removed in accordance with the Dharma rules. At that time, the disciples were tremendously shocked that Dorje Chang Buddha III, who only weighs between 100 and 200 pounds, have lifted a Vajra pestle of 420 pounds that even the world's strongest man, with a body weight of more than 300 pounds could not lift, surpassing 56 levels. The holy physique and holy strength of Dorje Chang Buddha III stuns the world. Although the supreme holy Vajra pestle was lifted off the golden step, there was another 280-pound exam pestle on another golden step on the floor. This pestle also had to be lifted off the golden step before the exam could go forward. In fact, everyone knew that no one on site could lift this pestle with one hand off the golden step. Even the strongest man in Asia, Lu Xiao, could only lift the weight of 226 pounds, at his maximum limit the prior December. Today, all the strong men on site enthusiastically came forward to lift this Vajra pestle. Among these people were some who could lift 700 to 800 pounds with two hands in a normal weightlifting competition. Surprisingly, they could not lift 280 pounds with one hand today. In the end, only Dorje Chang Buddha III was able to lift this pestle off the golden step with one hand. The Dharma Assembly of the exam was finally able to proceed. This unexpected incident that happened before the exam has brought a mysterious and surprisingly joyful discovery. It turns out the rejuvenation achieved by Dorje Chang Buddha III was not limited to the physical appearance, but also included the inner properties. The youthful qualities of His Holiness the Buddha are very many times more than that of young people. Kai Chu Jiaozuong, of the World Buddhism Association headquarters, a disciple of Dorje Chang Buddha III, said, "I dare say for certain here, except for Dorje Chang Buddha III, who has such holy power, any Dharma king, great Rinpoche, or Dharma master in this world cannot even think about lifting the supreme holy Vajra pestle one bit." Kai Chu Jiaozuong has never practiced any kind of exercises or strength training to improve his physical well-being or learned any martial arts. He is simply a scholarly person who cultivates his conduct, practices meditation and Dharma. This elderly holy guru is only 2 years from 90 years old, and his body weight is less than 190 pounds. 3 of his fingers are deformed due to an old injury. Yet surprisingly, he was able to use his crippled hand to lift an elementary level holy person pestle onto the platform according to the Dharma rules, surpassing 16 levels. It is proven that a holy person who has attained a high level of realization does possess supernormal physical condition and strength. 10 years ago, this elderly holy guru publicly demonstrated his inner strength, from practicing corpse pose tummo concentration Dharma transmitted by Dorje Chang Buddha III. His abdomen emits heat reaching 92 degrees Celsius and an egg that was placed on his abdomen was cooked. Surprisingly, at the age of 88 now, he was able to lift the Vajra pestle with one hand and surpass the strongest man in Asia, Lu Xiao, by 14 levels. Can this be done by a human being? It can only be said that this is a god. People attending the Dharma Assembly unanimously recognized that, lifting the pestle onto the platform is the most direct testing mechanism, to distinguish between true and false Buddha Dharma, or true and false holy ones. It can be clearly seen who is an ordinary person and who is a holy one simply by means of lifting the pestle onto the platform. What is most incomprehensible is why the physique and strength of professional strong men, who do strength training every day, would be incomparable to that of someone who does none of that strength training but only cultivates his conduct and practices meditation. For example, Lu Xiao represented China in the World's Strongest Man competition in Malaysia and won the championship in November 2014. In 2017, he pulled a 184-ton train forward for 20 meters in a New Year's gala that was broadcast on TV in Liaoning. On December 27, 2019, at the age of 36 and with the body weight of 350 pounds, he lifted the pestle onto the platform in Shenyang, and successfully surpassed his standard by 2 levels. Yet an elderly holy Buddhist guru who is almost 90 years old, and with a body weight between 180 and 190 pounds, was able to surpass Lu Xiao by 14 levels. His master, Dorje Chang Buddha III, is even more inconceivable. Except for one with the innate quality of a Buddha, who could have achieved that? Believe it or not, the fact is right there. No tricks could be used. That was a direct lift of an actual weight. Other than marveling at and recognizing the profundity of Buddha Dharma power, what else can we say? Through this event, the fulcrum supporting all that ambiguous, mystical, and empty talks throughout Buddhist history is finally broken. The truth has been revealed through the real fact. By Inian, senior media writer, photos by Christine Yang, senior teacher in mass communications, validated on site by Jennifer H. W. Tsai, Esquire.